How do you get over a crush? Let's talk about that.
Like,
Find a different one. I'm just kidding.
wow.
I'm just kidding.
You guys laugh.
Okay, but
crushes
it's
change all
kind
the
of true
time.
though. It's kind of true. Like sometimes, especially if it hasn't been like a big thing, like you're dating and everything, like just having a different one kind of helps sometimes. But babe, how do you get over a crush?
Well, it kind of depends. If you're trying to get over a crush because they're not interested in you, I'm so sorry. That is totally the risk with like relationships. You may like put your heart out there on the line and be like, I like you. And they're like, ew. You know what I mean? Like whatever. I mean, is that not how it is sometimes?
Oh man, okay.
It is, right? Who in here has ever been like, I like somebody and they're like, ew, no. Okay. Yeah. Maybe it was just me. I was a super loser, guys.
There was this girl that I liked, and I remember telling her that I liked her, and her friend then proceeded to make fun of me in class every day. And we sat at a table. And
I will punch her. Where is she?
It was girl that I liked, me, and then her friend. And they would literally pass notes to each other about me across me.
That is brutal, guys. You know what? I know that there are some of you out there with brutal rejection stories. And if you need to talk to a leader about a brutal rejection story and get your heart healed, please do. Because it is real when somebody's like, I don't like you. And they don't have to like you. You know what I mean? That's just the reality of life. Not everybody is going to be like, yeah, you're it for me. I'm in the majority of the time. No. So if your heart is like sad and you're like, man, I just feel so rejected and so hurt, any one of these leaders in this room could pray for you and ask God to like take rejection off of you and help you like get a fresh focus. If you have a crush on somebody and you're like, maybe I shouldn't have a crush on this person, ask God to change your heart. That is literally the benefit of having the indwelling spirit of God inside of us, and say, God, please change my heart towards this person, especially if you like, that's not a good choice. If you know that and you're like, but I still like them. Ooh. I would just start to ask God to change your heart. I cannot tell you how many times I have asked God to change my heart about certain things over the years. First example that comes to mind, a girl I did not like in high school. And I was like, you. Like,
You what?
I am holy and sanctified and will not finish the thoughts I thought towards that girl. And I needed God to change my heart. I really did. And so then I had to pray for her and stuff and ask God to change my heart towards her. You know what? He did. He absolutely did. I did not feel mad when I went into class. I didn't feel like I had to tell somebody about how I felt about her. God totally changed my heart. He can change our hearts. Ask him to change your heart. And if you need wisdom on like how to move on from a crush, please see a leader and be like, what do I do with this?
And they say time heals all wounds. And that's not always true if you don't do it right. Mm-hmm. Time does help. I would say time with God. So like processing it with God, talking to God about it. And guess what? Don't move it. Didn't just like, well, I don't hurt. I'm over it. You're not over it. Your heart hurts. Let it hurt. Because if you don't let it hurt, then you're going to try to cover it up and it's just going to keep hurting and you'll take that hurt into the next thing. So hurting and healing actually makes you stronger. So have friends, have leaders, have the Lord that you process through with that. My story though, with those girls, I started writing mean notes back to them. And then we would wrote them. We would like write notes back and forth, and I was just being mean. And then we threw those notes away. And then I was reading my Bible, and it was like, pray for those who persecute you, and da-da-da. So I was like, God, I'm not doing this right. So I started praying for them. The next day, me and one of the girls got called into the principal's office. And we were walking to the principal's office. We were like, they found the notes. Oh, my goodness, we found the notes. And we apologized in the hall. We were like, I'm so sorry. So when we get there, just tell them we already apologized. And we got there, and they just wanted us to walk this new kid around the school. But we had already made up, so we couldn't go back to being enemies, and it was over from right then. That's how it ended.
That's amazing.